Welcome back to Intentional Talk, presented by Corona Extra. Now it's time to go back in time.
Kobe Mayo, will this be the pitch to get him to 200? There it is, 200 strikeouts for Paul Skenes. Threw that ball out, 200 Ks. That will be authenticated, and that's why 200 strikeouts in a season.
We just went back in time.
We welcome back to Intentional Talk, Pirates ace Paul Skenes. Paul, how important was it to you to collect your 200th strikeout?
Yeah, I mean, funny story about that, because in the moment I didn't know it was my 200th strikeout. Neither did Henry, so he just threw the ball back to me. Luckily, it got fouled off the next pitch, so threw it out then. But, yeah, neither of us knew. So it's good to have it now, but, yeah.
Okay, for the second straight season, Paul, you have committed to donating $100 for every single strikeout. And you also asked fans to donate in hopes of reaching that goal of raising $100,000 for the Gary Sinise Foundation. That is so cool. They reached their goal. You upped it to $150,000.
Wow.
The question is, what is your favorite Gary Sinise movie?
Oh, man. I think Forrest Gump's iconic.
Yes.
Yes. I was running.
Yeah, that's the one for me. So pretty cool to be able to, share it with him.
That's awesome.
Super cool.
Hey,
Another cool thing you got to do. Well, no, Rob, I want to get to the fire truck real quick. You had a chance to ride in the fire truck last year. So
Yeah,
you're going to
did.
run that back because it was the fire truck, and you were super awesomely happy. And then you had the Rookie of the Year, which here we go. This is the Rookie of the Year face, and we had the fire truck face. Which one did you enjoy more?
Yeah, the fire truck was cool. They let me honk the horn. It's the little things, like I'm just a guy. It's
I'm just a guy.
I get to honk a fire truck
I love
horn.
this.
It's pretty dang cool.
So cool.
No kidding. You've been in a fire truck. We'll get you in a ride along next time. Hey, today is Roberto Clemente Day, and not only do you wear that same uniform as proudly as he did, but you're this year's award nominee for the award for the Pittsburgh Pirates. How special is that, being a Pirates player and being the nominee for the Roberto Clemente Award?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Obviously, I mean, this is his city, basically. We got the bridge in the back. We got the wall 21 feet high. Got to spend some time with his family today. He started this legacy in Pittsburgh that, we get to carry on. We get to wear his number today. So I feel that we have a responsibility as Pittsburgh Pirates, as Major League Baseball players, to use our platform, for good. So to be able to, kind of carry on his legacy in that way is pretty dang cool.
I love that so much, dude, and you do an amazing job of that, too. And you mentioned his city. He does have the museum there. My follow-up question is, have you ever sat around and drank any of that wine down there in that wine cellar? Because they got some good stuff at that museum.
Ooh.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a barrel yet. Unfortunately, I mean, it's a good thing that they have wine there, but I think a lot of people go to drink the wine rather than, go to the museum sometimes. So I've gotten to go down there and drink some wine. The owner of the museum, Dwayne, brought me a couple cases of bottles with my face on it.
Whoa.
Which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Giving those out as
Solid.
party favors or whatever. It's good wine.
Yep.
So
There's
yeah,
nothing
it's
better.
pretty cool. Nothing better.
That's the best gift ever. Like super cool wine bottles and then pitchers.
Yeah,
and just,
you can
it's-
use it.
You can't go wrong, whether you drink it or not. It's just awesome. Dempster and I were teammates with Josh Booty when he was in the minor leagues. And so obviously I lived in Beaumont, Texas, which was a couple hours up the road through Lake Charles, and we go to Death Valley on the night. There is nothing better than going and watch the LSU Go Tigers play on a night game in college football. I do, you warm up with a football. I mean, that's we always were taught to throw the football. It helps, obviously, throwing the baseball, make sure I'm stronger. Aaron Rodgers and you, can you chuck a football? I mean, I know you can chuck a baseball. Can you throw a good little dime?
I could probably throw a spiral for like 40 yards.
Yeah.
Couldn't really tell you where it's going, but
All right, I want to check.
That's
just
about
in
what
case
I do.
we need a backup. to the backup. All right, 40-yard slant pattern, you're in.
Is that so? I know that's something that's in your routine, dude, and working with the football and throwing a little bit. Was that something you had to convince people of and be like, hey, you got to be all right with this?
No, I think people had to convince me of it, to be honest. Like, there was some, we added it to, basically make sure my delivery's efficient. And I had some people telling me it was a good idea, and I was like, I've never done this before. So tried it, it's helped, and it's pretty much stayed in there since then.
Paul Skenes is just a low-key Uncle Rico. He's like, how much you want to bet I can throw a football over them mountains?
Not quite.
Now, Paul, you made your MLB debut at Wrigley last year. You pitched at Fenway in late August. You're hitting the circuit of the iconic old parks. Did you have a preference on which one you like pitching in more?
I don't know. The pitching at Wrigley is, I think, different. It's an in-division matchup. I got to pitch a couple day games there since I've debuted. Fenway, we go there once every 2 years.
Sure.
So I got to savor that, while I have the opportunity. They're awesome. They're both awesome. Just going to Fenway, it felt like I was at like an amusement park. It didn't feel real. Just being a fan of the game and growing all the history that's gone on there, it really didn't feel real. So, and Wrigley was the same way, when the first time I went there. So, I don't know that I have a favorite between those two. They're both pretty dang cool.
It really is. It's people ask that a lot, and it's the smell of the older ones. You appreciate the smaller little 30,000 plus of the old school, and then the tradition. When you walk out, Fenway, it's the green monster grabs you. The backdrop of Wrigley, I always say, grabs you, on a nice, beautiful day. But you walk out Fenway, it feels like it's a little wiffle ball stadium when you first walk out that dugout and you look left in the visitor side. So I agree with you. They're both cool. I do want to talk about, there's nothing better going on right now than you and Shohei. In my opinion, it's remote stopping, whether the kids are crying. Ryan's got a bunch of kids. I got a bunch of kids. We're watching that matchup. Last year, he got you, took you deep. This year, you owned him. Do you look forward to those matchups? Because I think that's kind of like the best thing about our sport is that cat and mouse game, boys club versus boys club, and let's roll. And when you're facing the greats, and then do you look forward to those matchups?
Yeah, it's awesome. You talk about Shohei, but you can't make a mistake to him. You don't want him to get on base because you got Mookie and Freddie up after him too. So, and you have to figure out new ways to get him out. That's the, best part about it, I think. Just, figuring out new pitches or new ways to use your pitches to him that you haven't used them before, because you can't get those guys out the same way every time. So that was a cool matchup the other night.
Hey, Paul, look good, feel good, play good, right? So we always want to look our sharpest. There was a guy at a Pirates game the other day. He was looking really good, and he was feeling even better because he was rocking your face all over his shirt. Sick headband. Don't sleep on the sunglasses. But I'm curious, if you could rock one shirt with somebody else's face all over it, who would that face be?
Oh, man. Yours?
Thank you. The shirt is in the mail, and I expect you to. I want a picture back of you wearing it. I'm sending one in the mail. It's coming.
Let's
Not
do
a
it.
Cubs one, though.
I love it.
You and the Red Sox one.
Just my
Ryan. He's not
face.
gonna wear a Cubs
Just
one.
my face. Not even a hat.
yeah.
I'll use all that new hair, Kevin. It'll be great.
Paul, I ran into Dan Marino. He's a huge fan of yours. I don't know if you know this or not.
Ooh,
I didn't know that.
This is interesting. I want to hear it.
No,
That's
and
cool.
so maybe I feel like Dan might wear that shirt with your face on it. But seriously
Yes, he
though,
would.
Paul, congratulations! You're going to be joining the Gary Sinise Foundation to serve meals of appreciation and present new equipment, grants for them. And that is coming up, I believe, September 18th, Thursday, September 18th, for local Pittsburgh area police and fire departments. Congratulations on being such a steward in your community, and keep it
No
up.
doubt, dude. Well done.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Paul.
Yeah, thank you for having me.